we go. Well, I'll try and get some bloody work done. Seems all I've been doing lately is bloody work. That's what I had to check, wasn't it? Settings. Check my battery health. Yeah, so now I'm live on my own bloody channel. Right. Here's battery. Hey, GT man, what's going on, mate? Battery's 90%, yes. I want to know what battery health is. Not much. Yeah. I wish I was not doing much. I'm literally been that swamped with freaking work. It's not funny. I actually just got back. Hey, Chuck Soup. Just had a call out to work that a key was broken off inside of a lock. So I had to go and remove the broken key, which happens to have been the world's smallest bloody key. Like the world's smallest key inside of a freaking wafer lock. So every time I try and grab the key, the tip of the key would fall down in between the two wafers and lift the back end up. Because I was trying to pull it forwards, and it would butt up against the wafer in front. So I had to stick a decoding shim down the side to lift the wafers up out the way, and then try and flick the key back down and get it, and then pull it and then move it forwards, and then do the same thing again. So I had to stick the decoding. It took a lot bloody longer than what it should have to remove a freaking broken key. It was redonkulous. Again, who else is here? Elijah. Of course, Elijah's here. Anyone else I'm missing? No, not at the moment. All good. So yeah, thought I'd jump on and do a random live whilst I am trying to get some computer work done, because that's all I've been bloody doing. Exactly, it was a lot of work. It took way longer than what it should have taken to remove that broken key. A hell of a lot bloody longer than it should have. It was really, really. I was getting frustrated with it. I'll tell you that now. To remove it, so it wasn't liking to play ball. I can tell you that much now. So at least that's done. Just had my kids all week as well, so I had not all the week off. I worked in between. Speaking of what? Okay. Yeah, I'm on call at the moment for the next 3 months. So, Joy's carrying 2 phones. It's a bit of fun. So, yeah, had my kids all week for first week of school holidays, and they just went back to their mums and then get a phone call out. So, I didn't get told that my life is boring, because quite literally all I do is work. I've been frigging that hectic the last week, myself and Daryl. Last couple of weeks, actually. Getting a heap of stuff done. I don't mean a heap of stuff. And bits and pieces. So it has literally been the busiest couple of weeks imaginable. Like, quite literally, it has been that bad. So, yeah. And it's not letting up anytime soon. Yay. But what's everyone working on at the moment? I'll let you know what I'm up to. So working on some of our coursework stuff that we're in the process of doing, as you know, not just our online course, but our in-person courses. We did release the Daryl made our latest video. I don't know if you have seen it or not. Called "This Is Why You Should Choose Dalp." So Daryl made that. Someone did ask me, "Who's Gary?" in one of the comments. I'm like, there's a bloke that Daryl knows. He knows him as Gazza. Because here in Australia, we have to shorten everything, even if it's already short, like Gary. So, Tommy Shelby. I do collect flat caps. I also collect a lot of colognes, as a lot of people know. But it's bloody cold outside, and I don't have a whole lot of hair. Although I do have to shave it tonight, my head, and have a shower. So flat caps are great because they keep the bloody head warm, and it's been pretty chilly down here. Thanks. So yeah, I do collect multiple flat caps. I've had one since I used to wear a flat cap back in high school. So GK Band's been working on multiple Discord servers. Yeah, I've been trying to get around quite a few of the ones I'm on. Let's see. I got our private Discord server that you know about. I'm also on Newhouse Lock and Keys server, which I've been on for a little while. Lady Locks, Dragon's Lair, Peking Tom Community, the Amiga Collective, the Lockdown, the Lockpicker 1969 server, the Lock Sports Cast, UTAC Training, Locksport, which is the Oz SatCon one, the Australasian Pickers, Ground Zero, the Extraordinary League of Pickers, and the Lock Pickers United Discord servers. All the ones I'm on. So, yeah. Trying to get around all of them. It gets a bit difficult. Speaking of difficult, the Cyber Deck, which I've got sitting right here, because literally the other day I had my laptop running, my phone running with stuff on it, the other monitor which plugged into my laptop, because I've got two screens going, all of them with separate things on the go. And I had the Cyber Deck going, which Daryl did come up with a name. So we have got a name for the Cyber Deck, which to fit in with the rest of our team. So we had our training boards that were made up that have like a deadbolt cylinder in a stand. So we named them the Bobs, the Boards of Brutality. And we had the original Bob, which we've still got, which is actually in the image that we use for the lives and stuff like that. So the one with all the padlocks and stuff on it, that was the original Bob that I made. And we named it the Board of Brutality. And then I built some more, and we continued on with that name of the Boards of Brutality. And then when I built the half training door that we use in classes, we named that the DOB, the Door of Brutality. The reason why we named the Bobs the Boards of Brutality is because we use the Bobs with bumping. And I'm constantly after classes. Yes, I know what Bob means to a woman. Battery operated boyfriend. I know that one. So these are boards and they get brutalized because of the bloody lock bumping. Because every time we teach class afterwards, I have to repair the locks. I've got to remove a few broken bump keys, quite a few, and then cut more bump keys to go in to the kits because they just get snapped. Because these people were starting to learn how to bump locks, and sometimes they hit them on an angle and stuff like that, so they accidentally snap them. When we get all excited before you open the case. Depends on the woman. They might, if they're a tech chick, might like what's in that case. So, yeah, then we got the door built, and we called it the Door Brutality because, again, we just beat the living daylights out of the lock on that door kind of thing. Showing all the methods to gain access through that half door. Over the door attacks, the under door tool, latch slipping, bumping, J tool, and stuff like that to demonstrate, and all the different latch slipping tools that we can use to slip the door latch. So Daryl decided to come up with the name to continue on with our theme is the BOD. So BOD, BOD. The Box of Destruction. So that thing has been pissing me off, the cyber deck. And I'll explain why. So in it, as you know, during the building process, I purchased the Pi 400, which is the main computer that's been running there. And it's set a quad-core 64-bit processor. So I'm like, oh, okay, yep, awesome. I put Kali Linux on it as its operating system because you don't need a super powerful computer for a lot of things. I'm not going to be cracking passwords and stuff like that. That's what actual computers are for. Because you would capture the handshake and then go away and crack it and then go back, you got access. But I also wanted to be able to run my Proxmart 3 Easy off of it. I also wanted to be able to run the Author V3. I also wanted to be able to run the Wi-Fi dongle as well. But I can't run any of them. It'll run Kali Linux, but it's not a 64-bit. It's like a 37 or something like that. So it's not powerful enough to run that stuff. So a lot of the things I've been trying to download to be able to run, the drivers and everything, it's not going to run because it's not built to run them. So now I'm going to have to save up my money and buy the Pi 500. Because the Pi 500 has an actual 64-bit processor in it. But I paid $100 for the Pi that's in there, the Pi 400. Pi 500s are still over $200. 32-bit, that's it, yeah. The Pi 500s are like $210, $230, $250. They did bring out the Pi 500 Plus recently, but that's even more expensive. So now I'm going to have to save up money and purchase the Pi 500 because easiest thing to do. Because the keyboard itself, the Pi 400 is just double-sided taped in there with some really strong freaking tape. I just have to peel that up and off, take the SD card out because it runs the exact same cables and everything, just put all the cables across. Take the SD card out, put it into the Pi 500, and then everything will run because I've already got a lot of stuff on that SD card. And then everything will run out of that case because it still runs off a 5-volt USB power pack and the monitor as well. So, yeah, that is the plan. I just need to save up the money because I don't have $200 odd laying around to buy another Pi 5, Raspberry Pi. So that's going to wait a little bit till I get some more money in. But I did last night updated. Those of you that know about the Carputers, I purchased one of them, and Daryl has one of them as well. And I do jump on quite often using the Wi-Fi connection of that and just checking to see if there's any updates on the systems on it, the firmwares and stuff like that. Move tab to a new window. So I jumped on last night, and Evil Carputer has a new firmware out, an updated one. So I ended up downloading that, which is good. And I'm just trying to see if Daryl will put that stuff up on the server yet. Doesn't look like it. That's right. Daryl must be busy. Funky day is. So Daryl and I were chatting last night, and we just realised and remembered that we haven't done anything for the 5K giveaway. So we need to work that one out because that was 320 subscribers ago. Still not sure what we're going to do just yet. No idea. Have to work something out. But I might go. Might spin out to the shop for a minute. Been a little bit since I've done some picking just for some fun other than work picking. So I might spin out there and do a little bit of lock picking. Why not? And if y'all have any questions, I sound like Jason from SE Lock and Key. Yo, what's up, yo? I might spin out there and do some picking for a bit of fun. And you just can ask questions if you have any. So let me grab my stuff here. Gonna need 2 of these. If you do drink Monster, white one's the best. Don't want any of that other horrible stuff. Let's throw this stuff in here. I did put that back in there, good. Coffee Monster. I do like coffee. I do drink quite a bit of coffee. I had one right before I went to bed last night. Because caffeine does nothing to me. Man, it is cold out here. So let's go out to the shop, which is probably in a bloody mess. Hopefully I don't fall down the stairs. That'll be freaking hilarious. fuck was that? Oh, one of the kids' bloody doll heads. It's nothing scarier than having like a severed head sitting in the backyard. Right at the bottom of the stairs. Ugh, lights. Cameras. And whatever goes next. I haven't seen the coffee ones. My son has a bloody massive can collection in his room. I'm going to go and bloody sort that out. Let's get this mount tripod set up. I'll sit this down for a sec, so I've got two hands. Have you seen Endless Satellites being launched? No, I haven't seen that. G'day, lock-picking engineer. Aussie knuckleheads. Please tell me that's the motorbike one. No, going on. Right, I'll sit this down for a sec so I can get my tripod set up, because I was using this to record some close-up videos of gutting Bilocks and stuff. So I'm going to be stuck out here all weekend though, because I have a heap and I mean a heap of work to do, such as the Viking Sling Jim bands. All the ones sitting here need to be hand filed to the right specifications, so that I can get in the bloody mount. Come on. I'll break this. I'm going to be pissed. There we go. So I'll get them to the right specifications in order to work correctly. Oh, come on. Where's my phone charger there? So I've got to get all them done. I also need to re-level my 3D printer's new bed. It's my accent Australian or Kiwi. Definitely not a Kiwi. I am Aussie. First generation Aussie. Which you can probably tell by the fact that the flag that's on my flat cap. That's only half. Most people know what I am. Let's make sure you're in the right spot. So yeah, most people know. Half Aussie. Well, first generation Aussie. I am half English and half Irish. Are you going to get the hacker USB cable built-in Wi-Fi? You mean the OMG cable? Because I've got an Evil Crow USB cable that looks just like a phone charging cable. That's an empty one. Doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi. So move that light around a little bit. Doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, but yeah, they're bloody expensive. So I really want to get one of those AMG cables, but yeah, we've got an Airwall Crow, which is just like a bad USB. I programmed it to be used in classes where we plug it into a computer and it'll bring up. It runs super slow so that we can explain exactly what it's doing, and it'll like load up the command prompt down the bottom, and then it'll type in Notepad, and then it'll bring up Notepad, and it'll type in the lines to Never Gonna Give You Up, and then at the bottom it says, I remember to keep my computer locked and not plug in anything that I do not own. There's a little friendly message. Although our new USBs that we got, I said to one of the friends at work, I turned around and said to him, like, oh, can you do me a favour? Pull out my hacker bag on me, my EDC bag, and pull out USB, and I'm like, yeah, can you go home and plug this into your computer for me? She's like, yeah, what for? And I'm like, it'll just give me remote access, install the keylogger on your computer. And yeah, she's like, oh, I'm like, you could. And she tells me that she's computer illiterate. So I'm just going to quickly plug in my other light so you can better see. I also got to finish off those bump hammers. I'll do that tomorrow. At the moment, I want to find some locks. So let's have a look, skis. What I got, skis. That can be fun to pick. Here's one I haven't done in a long time. Hell of a long time. So yeah, got to finish our Delt bump hammers. Got to finish putting silver on. Painting these. And then clear coat them. Clean up any burrs. Like there. Because I want a nice smooth bump hammer. Then get them up on the website. More stock. And I do apologise. I am still waiting for key blanks to come into Australia because my key blanks are on back order from my suppliers. As I say, I haven't picked this one in a bloody long time. This is a Miwa. So we'll see how I go. Although, let's have a go with these ones first. While I've got them sitting here, got a couple of Lockwood brim cylinders. They're always a bit of fun. Let's find what pick do I want to use. Let's find one in the Tombstone. Let's use an Aussie bare bones. Straight off the bat, I'm feeling counter rotation, so I've got a feeling there's spools in these. I don't have keys to these, so I probably should make some keys. So yeah, as I say, my keys, some of the key blanks that I use for my most popular sets are completely out of stock in Australia, so I'm waiting on them so that I can get those key sets back up for sale. So I do apologise. This pick might be a little bit too thick. 23,000. Can't quite get it. Doesn't feel right. A little bit bent out of shape because I've used it so bloody much. This is a Warlock Tools Bijou. One of the prototypes that Penny sent me a long time ago now. I put a custom handle on it. Yes, I'm not feeling anything. Let's try continuing the other way. Definitely counter. A little bit of fault set. And everything feels dead. Yep. Counter at the front. So roll on that pin. Still counter. Yep, I first felt some stuff drop. Bamboo 3D printer. Awesome. Yeah, so I've 3D printed keys, which I think is actually inside, which reminds me, I have a theory that I want to test out. I haven't done it yet because I haven't re-leveled my printer to my new bed because I put a new magnetic bed on my Ender 3. So I want to test the theory I had about 3D printed keys. because, and without going into details, because I want to put this into a video, I don't want anyone else to do it before me, but I've printed Schlage keys for a lock to code. So there's a program that you can use, a website you can use, where you type in the code of the key, the bitting code, and it will spit out a 3D image file that you then print. There's my false set back. Oh, definitely counter at the back just there. See if I can just... I think he's done. That or is a high cut, hiding behind that low cut, and I can't quite lift him with this pick. See if anyone else is talking to me. And I know for a fact that you can use a decoder card. I think it's too high for that Bijou. That's about the high reach for the deer antler handle I put on there. So I know that you can just touch that back pin, got a bit more of a fault set. So this must be able to reach a little bit higher. There must be some high cuts hiding behind these low cuts. So you can use a decoder card with the Schlage key to decode a Lockwood key. So I have a theory that I want to test using the 3D printer, but I haven't got round to it yet. So I'm not going to go into any more details, so I don't want anyone else to steal this idea that I've got, this theory that I want to test. Because if it does work, it could be extremely interesting. And definitely something we'll be including in our class. So, as everyone knows, because we do talk about it, there's my false set back. Just tickle the pin at the back. And shit. We offer classes for businesses, organizations, corporations, and stuff like that. We're currently in the process still, because we want to have a good foundation on there first, of our online course for the general public. Come on, feel you right there. Which will be of... There we go. There's a high cut hidden right between two low cuts. That took way too freaking long. Seriously. Most of the time now for work, I don't single pin pick. I bypass. Or I use a Lishi. Or I use an electric pick gun, because I need to get in quick, and those things just work bloody well. So, oh yeah, rake, bypass. First thing I try on a lockout is a micro shim. Very first thing I do. I'll make sure this is blade sticking in properly. Don't want any. I've been squeezing that core too much as well. Ruining a lot of feedback. So feel that bloody lock moving up and down. But so yeah, we offer our businesses for that. We're in the process of getting the online stuff still because we really want to make sure we've got a great foundation on there, ready to go, and then just keep adding more and more to it as we go through. Battery operated bypass, exactly. Or if you ask Pocket Woman on her live stream at New Year's, we called it the Buzzy Buzzy. The Buzzy Buzzy. So yeah, we're currently in the process of also getting all the work together that we can get set up to do a full-on week-long training course for the public as well. So if we get everything put together, all the coursework and paperwork and all that jazz, then we can work out how many people would be interested in doing a week-long course. 003 lock, they're easy. So yeah, we can work out how many people would be interested in doing a week-long physical entry course. It could be from businesses, separate businesses and stuff like that. And then we can work out, how many people we can fit in, how many people would be interested, and then find like a location that we can hire out, like a conference room or something like that at a hotel, and then get everything set up and then run week-long training courses as well. We'd go through bypassing, picking methods used to gain physical access in the facilities, plus some of the cyber stuff as well. So some of the hacking tools that we use, all the different RFID cloners that we have. Like I've got 2 over in one of the kits over there, 2 cheap options that are available. Daryl and I both have our Flipper Zeros, which, as you know, can clone cards. Got our ESP key. I've got my Proxmart 3 Easy, and Daryl's got his and the Blue Shark, so that he can hook his up to his phone to clone cards. So yeah, people can have a go at it, learn about all that stuff. Like a person, other than just like general public that are really interested in wanting to help better increase their security, and business owners that want their staff to have a better understanding of security vulnerabilities to better protect their businesses, especially with the way things are going, and stuff like that. This lock don't feel right. Probably why it's in the junk piles. So another good one to be in on the courses and our training are security guards, and why we also used to train a lot of security guards in on this stuff. It's because their job is to be security, and us teaching them about all this stuff gives them a much better understanding of what to look for when they're protecting your business. Since theft and crime is increasing so bloody much. Like the amount of home invasions at the moment is just unbelievable. These definitely got small pins in, but these are those really narrow-lipped. Yep, security guards at businesses are the first line of defense. And if they can be compromised, there's a reason why people like Daryl and myself, when we do testing and stuff like that, and as we say to security guards, there's a reason why we go after them that a lot of people don't think about. Because who has the most access in a building? Yeah, I've got a nice deep faucet. Definitely getting some counter. Can't quite get it to left with that one. Security guards have the most access. That's why we target them. That's why we go after them. Come on. I feel you. Give me counter right then. I've barely got any pressure on this tension wrench. There we go. They took way freaking longer than what they should have. Probably why these are in junk piles. And that core does flop forwards and backwards quite a bit. Yeah. Other thing that Daryl and I have been playing with lately. Anyone with high vis? Yes. I've always got high vis in the back of my vehicle. I wear high vis often with work, with my other work, not this work, my other work, because I work as maintenance, as well as a carer. But I am now on maintenance for the next 3 months, working as the maintenance manager in a way. Trying to feel in here, see how I feel. But yes, high vis does work really bloody well. You hide in plain sight, exactly, GK man. Yeah, you can socially engineer some security guards, but if they're ones that Daryl and I have taught our stuff to. Hopefully, they don't fall for it. We would hope. And stuff like that. Like, I'll give you an example of something that most security guards wouldn't know about, wouldn't pick up on. A Flipper Zero. Right? As you know, we use Flipper Zeros. We love our Flipper Zeros. They're a lot of fun. They are not classified as online as a hacking tool, really. They are usually sold under the umbrella of a toy, electronic toy. So a lot of security guards, if they were to, you were to go into a building where you've got security guards and you have to take your stuff out and put it on the conveyor belt and stuff like that, if they ask you what it is, and you turn around and say, oh, it's just a little electronic toy, like a Tamagotchi, little game that you play, they wouldn't know anything different because they don't know what it is. Because it's not their job to, know exactly what it is. And you know how much fun we can have with the Flipper Zero. I can tell you now, just a little bit of fun. Tiny amount. I mean, you wouldn't be able to hack the Wi-Fi stuff unless you had the Wi-Fi dev board, but then you have to explain what the Wi-Fi dev board's for. But it's just a little game. I mean, you could take that in and a car computer. If they ask what the car computer is, just say it's a little gaming device. You just put like Doom on it or some of the other, firmwares as well. It looks like a little gaming console thing, little video game toy. You have that in your Flipper Zero. You're set. You can hack the Wi-Fi there. You can, do stuff for infrared, radio frequencies, sub-gigahertz only, RFID, NFC, and it all gets covered with two devices like that you could play off as quite literally just a video game. Because most security guards wouldn't even think of it or know what it is because it's not their job. Yep. Or you just download the Flippergotchi, which is like Tamagotchi version, Tamagotchi game on there. If they want to have a look, you say, yeah, and you just load it up. Because you can download a heap of games on the Flipper. I need something better to lock in here to hold this. Oh, I've just lost everything. Gotta give me better. Maybe that's why I didn't use it. Fudgesticles. But yeah, easy. Oh, the pineapple pager, hell yeah. Yeah, I want one of them as well. So does Daryl. Which I'm surprised Daryl hasn't jumped on and said hi. He mustn't be around. But the pineapple pages are bloody expensive. But they're so freaking cool. I love the original Hackers movie. I'll say the original Hackers movie, the Hackers movie, not the original because there is only one. But Hackers, you know, zero cool. Yep. It just looks so cool, like the pages used in the movie, Hackers and stuff like that. Like the things just, oh, that's definitely not going to freaking work. The thing just looked bloody sick. Put it that way. I mean, that thing is awesome. And yes, would love to get my hands on one. I'm missing a tension wrench. Oh, it's inside on the table. I need the other. Maybe this one will work a bit better. Yeah, that thing is just so bloody cool. The amount of stuff you can do with it as well, and yeah, 5G Wi-Fi, not just the two. The other thing I want to get my hands on, I'm thinking about, but I've already got a lot of devices that already do it, is the BLE Nano. BLE Shark Nano, I think it's called. It's like $39 US, which is about 50 odd dollars Australian. Little multi hacking tool. Really small, compact unit. Ryan Montgomery's shown me one off a few times. I think it's already out. I think the Pineapple Pager might already, because I know they had quite a few at DEF CON, I think it was, where they kind of released it in a way. But that's the biggest killer, is the US price to the Australian. I think last time I picked this, I had to keep switching. Bronx! Holy shit! For those of you that don't know, Bronx, who just commented, is an absolute legend. He's been around in this game longer than I have. He and his wife are absolutely lovely, and a very, very, very good friend. Screw that, family member of mine. More of a family member than a friend. Isn't that right, brother? It's been way too long, Bronx. I was actually just going to message you the other day on Facebook. I was going to send you a message, but got busy and didn't get a chance to get around to it. Hey, there we go. I knew last time I picked it up, the Switch. Yeah, nice little Miwa messages held for review. Let's have a look. No, I'm not going to show you that one because that is an inappropriate comment. Another monitor handled that. I wonder, might have been me. Um, Lamberto, what's going on? Things Lamberto. It's hard to read the writing so bloody small from you. And I don't have my glasses on because I'm blind as shit. Not really, but could be. As someone was saying earlier about the hat, when you don't have much hair and it's bloody cold here, hence why I got my jacket on as well. I've got another lock while I'm at it. I did a buy lock, but I picked that the other week. I'm not going to keep picking the same locks. Let me throw this one back. Did I lock that or not? No. Show you that it is getting nice and close. Kind of. Definitely. Now it's locked. All right, let me find another lock. Oh, this one might be a fun challenge. Oh, I don't know if I've got anything big enough. Oh, I don't know if my hardware is going to be big enough for this. Yeah, I don't think I've got a pick big enough. To pick that one. Although I could kind of. Don't even need to look at that for a bypass. Hopefully. There we go. Picked with a paintbrush. No, so. Oh, shit. This bad boy I printed to help in our classes when we teach classes. Let me spin this light around for a second so you can kind of see. So, yeah, those of you that know about this thing, this is a beast. Took a couple of days of printing and work and stuff like that. So we do actually have metal springs in here. You can, it's like a giant 3D printed cutaway. So that when we teach classes, we talk about the pins inside of a lock and how it interacts and stuff like that. People can see much bigger when you're further away, and gives you a really good representation of the types of pins. So our standard, spools, serrated, mushroom, and then right on the end there in red, just kind of hidden by the shadow. Kind of see it there is a T-pin. Let's see this comment. Want to see my feet? Put it this way, I'm a size 13 in men's shoe. I am 6'2" height and 100 kilo. I don't think you want to see this. Right, what else do I have sitting here? Oh, I forgot to put these back in the training kit. These are other ones we use in our classes when we teach bypassing. Tonyons, which have the exact same vulnerability you don't throw the lock. There's a Master 175. Like that. I can't even remember what the code was that I set for these. It has been that long. Don't need the code. What else do I have that we can go through? Something else that I haven't decoded in a while. No, I'm not going to do the Digilock. Take too long to explain. What else? What else? What else? Shit. I actually run out of the keys, so I've got to make some more. Skoda HU66 is the key that they use. Actually, I want to show you that one, Elijah. Because I know you're Elijah. Said show. Does it come up? Must have. Sure that'll work. My Lishi pick's actually outside, damn it. But I do have a, what's this? VAG6. So these are jiggler keys designed for the automotive box. And I was actually making ones that look like actual car keys that act as jiggler keys for them. But I got to order into more blanks. I've sold out of all the ones I had. So I got to order into more blanks and manufacture some more of the jiggler keys, which I'll get round to. And there we go. They are effective. Just to show you, it's not the actual key. Put it in. It ain't going to turn. You need to, the way I like to do it, start off the front, light tension, jiggle it, forwards, backwards, as you add that tension. If you don't get it straight away, lighten up, go again. There we go. I'm going to turn and say, you tell him, Elijah. I do miss having trolls, in a way. Because the last troll that tried to go after me and stuff like that is now in prison. But I also have to behave because, you know, I'm the face of a business. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are just not worth it. Why I'm sitting here. That was a tubular key I cut for something. What's this one? Looks like a little wave log. I'm not BSing the person's in jail. Will be for a long bloody time. Don't know which way that actually goes. I'm going to turn it the wrong way. Don't usually like using these. Am I still making the donuts? Yes, I still have donuts available. Well, where are they? Let me grab some. I haven't made any in a while because I haven't purchased any resin. But g'day from Adelaide. It's actually just chatting to a friend of mine in Adelaide the other night. Still got some of the Joker donuts. And I think I've got a couple left of the Night Magic sprinkles. But these things are bloody bright. So I do have quite a few. So yeah, I do have to make some more donuts. I'm nearly out. I am currently... So I haven't actually spoken about these yet on YouTube. So I used to have up on the store, might still be there, just out of stock. I have to have a look. The rosary beads, and I wasn't happy with them. Didn't like them, so I've done away with them and come up with a new one to replace it. So these will be the new rosary beads, ones I have actually finished making enough to have some in stock. I've already sold, 3 before 4, and I haven't even put them out yet. So these ones, I made them smaller, a lot smaller than a standard rosary bead length. They're a lot smaller. Still have the same amount of beads, but it's got a few different changes and additions to it. So it's still a self-defense. Sorry, it's illegal to name anything self-defense. It's still a religious item. But these are made with 200-pound Kevlar, so you can't break it. Braided Kevlar. In there. They are 304 stainless steel beads, glow-in-the-dark beads, and some Viking. I'll try and get this light around. Viking rune beads as well. A couple of skull beads for good taste, and the Celtic Viking cross on the end. That's a metal pendant as well. So yeah, because it's illegal to carry anything that's labelled self-defense here. It's a religious item that you can carry. And the skull beads, the glow-in-the-dark beads, are the exact same ones that are used on get it off that bracelet. The Tinker bracelets, which, if you've seen the video of Pocket Woman testing one of these on a car window, you know exactly what a Tinker bracelet is capable of, because it launched glass a bloody long way away from the window. So, yeah, I always wear one of my Tinker bracelets. The other one I always wear, no, wrong way, which, as I was saying, I'm going to be out here tomorrow working on the rest of them. So once I've finished building the rest, I will put them up on the website, which is doubt.com.au, and they'll be available and sold off there. Yeah, the other one I wear all the time is our famous, which is also available off of Red Team Tools over in the US, the Viking Slim Jim bands. You can tell I wear mine all the time because if I take it off, you can see I'm white under it. But yeah, it's a bracelet. This is all the ones that I've got to finish working on, which is a lot of bloody work. Trust me. But before I forget, I just need to quickly finish these bump hammers. I'll put a little bit more silver paint on there. Where's my silver paint? Let's give it a good mix. Before I Viking Slim Jim bands are multi-use. There's actually a guy on Instagram, one of the guys I follow on there. He put up a post a couple of weeks back about the bracelet that he used, like the Tinker bracelets, to smash the car to get someone out. Like working in emergency service and stuff like that. And he had a photo of the bracelet. But also in the photo was one of these on his wrist. It's definitely a bloody useful tool. So much so that Deviant sells out of them quick. And I'm always having to try and get more stock done. And they take a long time to make. Because they're all made by hand, the Viking bands. 7 a.m. there. I don't even know what the time is here at the moment. I think Elijah's in Victoria. If he's on, he'll be able to tell me. Which reminds me, I've got to give Pat a call. Because Daryl and I were just chatting about Pat the other day. Which, if you're a channel member, you'll see the Pat badge. But see you, brother. Because Pat donated a heap of money during the live stream. We made the Pat sticker emoji thing. Oh, the guy commenting about being a streamer. 9:13 p.m. There we go. I'm not a streamer. I don't pretend to be a streamer. First and foremost, I'm an educator. My job, what my business prides itself on, is education. And yes, we do put out free education, like here on YouTube. And our ultimate goal is to help Australians improve their security. That is what we're about, both physical and cyber. And yes, we do some random live streams and stuff like that as well. Which is a good way just to reach out with our subscribers, see what everyone's up to, see how everyone's going, what they're picking, what they're working on, giving us ideas of what topics they want us to cover. What tools they'd be interested in seeing. And yes, I've got to do some more stuff with the HackRF. But there is so much stuff on that HackRF that even I'm just learning it. Shit, I'm spilt. Yeah, good old Pat. He's a bad influence. Very bad influence. Every time I say to Daryl or Michael, do a live stream, I'm like, no alcohol. Because Pat paid us a hell of a lot to drink. Oh shit, I just messed up again. And then I had to drive to Adelaide the next morning to train some military contractors. While Daryl had it easy sitting in the passenger seat. Still can't believe the first words out of Pocket Woman's mouth when she saw me. It was hilarious. No, hi Dal. Or, was that you, Dal? It was, holy shit, you are tall. I'm like, yeah, I don't lie about my height. Look, after I moved that broken key, so I'm going home, do some more work, and then got told that my life is boring. I'm like, well, might be boring to some people, but not to me. I enjoy working. I enjoy what I do. I am proud of what we are accomplishing here in Australia with DELP. creating the first of its kind business here. The hardest thing is convincing Australians, as Daryl and I always say in this, in our streams and our chats and everything, is Australians all have that mentality of she'll be right, mate. And we're stubborn. We are a stubborn country. So getting them to change their thoughts is bloody difficult. But the way things have been going, like now, especially here in Victoria, not that I'm discussing politics, we do not discuss politics on this channel. As I said in my last live stream, there's a few rules that we have on this channel. A few things we don't discuss. Politics, religion, and my social life, because it's non-existent. But there's now, every hour there's a violent home invasion here. Cars getting stolen. So people are going to start looking at security more these days now, which is good. Yeah, I find it, well, to me, my life's not boring. People always think it's boring. But I'm like, I like the quiet. I like the stuff that I do. Like, I don't need to be around people to be happy. I don't need to socialize. I can go months. Like when I shattered my ankle and stuff like that, I couldn't go anywhere unless my sister took me out to like appointments, or I got a Uber or something to doctor's appointments. Or if I had to get food shopping, my sister took me down, or I got click and collect. But I went months without seeing people, without talking to people. And it didn't faze me. That's what I miss about COVID. It's always a good excuse not to go to things. Oh, sorry, I can't COVID. Well, in saying that, like, I was an essential. I was classified as an essential worker, so I was still working through COVID and stuff like that. So we were allowed out, being frontline. Well, they classified as frontline workers, but it was such a good excuse not to go to things. Oh, sorry, I can't COVID. Oh, it's family gathering. Oh, shit, sorry, COVID. It was bloody great. A lot of people get all like, oh, I hated COVID, I couldn't see anyone. I'm like, I freaking loved it. I didn't have to think up excuses not to go to things. It was great. Bloody awesome. I wonder if that is the key for it. Nope. That was an easy way to find it. So I can just pick them, decode them, and make keys for them. Yeah, it was a great thing about it. Didn't have to think of excuses. Loved it. And now, it's like, oh, sorry, no, I can't. I've got to wash my dog. I don't have a dog. you have COVID now. Oh, so I've had COVID twice. First time I got it off my ex-girlfriend. She had it. I caught it off her. The biggest killer for me was, so I ended up with COVID. I lost my sense of taste. All I could taste or smell and taste. All I could taste was salt. That was literally everything. Just tasted like salt. We ordered in curries because I'm like, I want a really bloody hot goat sarg because I love goat sarg. I'm like, as hot as they can make it, like as much chili as they can put in it, I want it. So we ordered it, and I took a spoonful of it and spat it out. I'm like, oh my god, it tastes like I just shoved a tablespoon of bloody salt in my mouth. That was it. It was horrible. But the worst part about that, having COVID that time, was massive coughing fits. I ended up with really crook stomach at the same time. And to make things worse, the second disc had come out in my back not long before then. So I ended up having these massive coughing fits that made my back go out. And couldn't stand up, couldn't walk. And when you got really crooked guts and you're trying to get from a lounge room through and down the stairs and into the bathroom, it's really freaking hard. That was the first time I had COVID. Then my ex had it again. I didn't catch it that time. But then off a person at work, I ended up with COVID the second time. And it was actually COVID, and I tested positive for RSV as well. The double whammy. Which the COVID wasn't so bad that time. It was the RSV that really messed me up because you become extremely short of breath. And even for like 2 months afterwards, I'd take 10 steps and be like, couldn't breathe. It freaking sucked. But I don't want COVID again. I don't want RSV again. Don't want any of that shit. Let's spin this around and we'll have a chat. Might as well. So, yeah. Let me unplug that light. But I feel you. Having COVID shit. Really shit. It's not fun. What was the last thing? I haven't had anything in a long time. Last time I was sick was, the COVID and the RSV. I mean, my stomach still plays up on me every now and then with the severe ulcerative colitis. Can make me pretty crook. In tremendous amounts of pain, but I still work with it, even though they want to send me home. Actually, I'd tell you, no, the last time I was sick, they sent me from work up to the emergency clinic. I didn't want to go. They made me go. They were going to they called someone to take me up there because they didn't want me to drive. Yeah, kids are the worst. If my kids are sick, I spray them down with Glen 20. Don't let them near me. So, yeah, last time I was kind of sick was work, and I had to get blood test done in the morning. Early that morning, so I went and got that done. And then I was at work that afternoon and started feeling a bit funny, like a bit crook. And I'm like, something's not right. I started shaking a bit. So I went and did my blood pressure and stuff like that because we got the machines everywhere. And my blood pressure was normal. And this is just as I got to work in the afternoon. My blood pressure was normal, but my pulse was sitting at 130, what was it, 136, 137, something like that. I'm like, shit. Not good. Which is the tachycardic heart rate. So I'm like, oh, it'll go down, I'll be fine. My heart rate will drop, it'll be fine. So after handover and stuff like that and everything, come back down. And I'm like, just breathe, relax, trying to lower my heart rate. And when I could not, everything we tried, nothing could get my heart rate to go below 117. And that was sitting doing nothing. Which is still in the tachycardic range. So called the grade 5. She comes down and she does the manual one, and she's like, it's higher than 117. She's like, you were drenched in sweat. She goes, you're stone cold to the touch. She's like, you are shaking something shocking. She goes, you're going to the emergency clinic now. I'm like, no, I can keep working. I'm fine. It'll be fine. And she goes, have you had any energy drinks today? I'm like, nope. She goes, have you had any caffeine? I said, I had a coffee early this morning. Actually, I don't even know I had the coffee because I think it was a fasting blood test I had to get done. So I didn't even have a coffee. And she goes, oh, okay. So anyway, go up, they put all the bloody EKG on me and stuff, and it was fine. They sent me home. Still nothing. So that was fun. That was the last thing I had was, my heart rate was through the freaking roof. My heart's bloody strong as shit. And I know caffeine doesn't raise my heart rate. Because I drank 4 of them in the space of about 45 minutes, 30 minutes. My heart rate was normal. Except for the fact that I started yawning. Like I am now, because caffeine does the opposite to me. Makes me tired. Doesn't wake me up. Like I found out the hard way when I took a pre-workout that was 300. What I have in it? About 315, I think it was, milligrams of caffeine. So I take it 30 minutes before a workout, and I took it. I'm like, all right, I'll sit down on the couch, watch a bit of TV. And then woke up a couple of hours later and went, what the hell just happened? Didn't even realise I just went out of it. And I wasn't even tired beforehand. Yeah, I drink a lot of water as well. I do drink a lot of water. I don't drink alcohol anywhere near as much as what I used to. I used to drink a lot. These days, very rarely. Last thing I had to drink was some Guinness. When I went up to the pub in Melbourne, I had a beer earlier that day as well at dinner. And then went to an Irish pub and had 2 pints of Guinness afterwards. I think I had a Corona or maybe 2 Coronas when I was playing pool. That was a while ago now. Haven't drunk since then. Before then, it was some Guinness, but it was at home here because I taught my girls how to make beef and Guinness stew. And I bought a 6-pack of Guinness and used 2 Guinness in the stew and then drank the rest. Because if you don't, it's wasteful. I can drink Guinness till the cows come home. Love the stuff. So while everyone's around and we're all chatting and stuff like that, let us know in the comments right now what topics would you like Daryl and I to discuss, to do videos on? What tools would you like us to do videos on? That's within our, wheelhouse and budgets. I can't go spending, like thousands of dollars on equipment because I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on equipment. So I'm the person asked to see my feet earlier. There you go. Yeah, let us know what you would like us to cover, what you'd like us to do. Just I don't want to keep doing the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. It gets repetitive and it gets boring, and no one really wants to watch it. Picking the same locks over again. It's like, picking a master lock. Everyone has seen everyone pick a master lock. It's not exciting. Some of the hacking stuff we've got and the tools, that's exciting. Because we're bringing something different to you. Granted, we still do lock picking. We're still going to continue to pick locks because it's fun. And stuff like that. But, some of the free education stuff we can put out there for you. Let us know what you want to see. Because, we want to do content that you want to watch. We also do content that we enjoy doing, but we want to do stuff that you want to watch. So, yeah, let us know. And let me find something else I can do while I'm sitting here. That's what I have over here. What else is in here? Well, you can bloody check the locks over here. Might head back inside, sit on the computer, do some stuff. While you're all thinking about what, let's quickly look. What I've got emails about. Change to expected delivery of my back order. If they say it's going to be another couple of months, I'm going to be annoyed because I already got delayed by over a month. And then it got delayed by another month. How bright are these bloody lights on the aged care facility on the outside? Like, shit, steps. Like, I've got my kitchen, and that light shines right in and lights up the whole kitchen overnight. Shit's bright. So you can see, that's shining through the window onto the door. have a look, see how long this delivery is going to be from a Lottie. Key blanks. Let's bring up my emails. Is my computer charged yet? No, not yet. Don't shut down. Open up emails. Here we go. So it was previously expected to their warehouse on the 1st of the 11th this year. Now it's expected the 3rd of the 1st next year. Which means I'm going to be out of a couple of keys, a couple of big sellers until next year. Like, seriously? I'm going to have to see if I can find another supplier. Yep, I think it's because the key blanks come from the US. So I'm trying to think what keys I actually use that one for. The 501CH, the Cat 74, trying to think what else it's used for. Can't think off the top of my head now. Easy way to tell. Yeah, sometimes I do get worried I'm going to hit my head on the door frames as I walk through them. So I'll use that key for Cat 74, 501CH. That's about it. And I actually just used the last one I had the other week to sight read and cut and a little bit of impression as a key for a boat. So, yeah. Oh, those that haven't seen this is my EDC bag. My new EDC bag. Which the biggest thing I carry in that, which has been come out of its little plastic case. Hopefully the battery hasn't gone flat. I actually really need to re-level my 3D printing bed so I can actually print a little thing for this, the Hack RF. At the moment I have a piece of cardboard wedged in under there because you just have to press that once to turn it on. So there's actually a file to 3D print a little plastic tab that slides in underneath with a little handle thing, so that I can block it so that the button doesn't get pressed, not depressed. Button doesn't get pressed down and turn the thing on. Got a few other antennas in that bag as well for it. I did give out a hacking tool to one of the new cyber guys by the work the other day. I just can't believe it's going to take so long for these key blanks. Like, I'm trying to run a business. I sell a lot of keys, a lot of common use keys and master keys, and to get told that it's now going to be next year before I get these blanks in, I just don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do. Other than try and find some other sellers that might have them. But, I mean, I'm going to have to contact Dr. Locke as well and find out. I have to give my contact there a call and find out when the other keys that I'm on back order with them are going to come in. So I'm still got them on some keys with them on back order. It's frustrating. Because then I have customers message me, when's this going to be back in stock? SE Lock and Key. Give Jason a call. Jason, can you send me some keys? Yeah, it's just, it makes it hard because, I mean, I don't sell, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stock. So I order in, like 20 or 30 blanks at a time. Or maybe 60 blanks at a time, depending on what ones and what keys I'm selling the most of. I order in, more of them. But so I don't have shite loads of, boxes and boxes and boxes of key blanks sitting around. I don't order in, massive quantities. And then when I get down to 4 or 5 or 10 of the key blanks left, I order more. And I ordered more months ago, but they're on back order. So let's see if I can find someone else that will I actually want to have a look. Someone's a keyboard warrior. Exactly. My keys are the biggest sellers. I sell, a lot of keys. It kind of sounds a bit counterintuitive. I don't sell thousands and thousands of dollars worth of keys, but I do sell a lot because I don't charge the highest possible price for my keys. I try and keep all the prices fair and stuff like that. I have a look around, see what others are selling the keys for, and then if I can get into higher quality blanks at a cheaper price, I want to sell my keys cheaper. And stuff like that. So, yeah. And as I was saying, because we sell quite a few, I don't want that blank. Is that for one key? Is that seriously for one key? For one key. A single key. $14.45 plus $21 in shipping for one small little key off eBay. I sometimes have a look because you can sometimes get like some pretty good deals on eBay. I ended up purchasing a massive set of keys off of eBay, heaps of key blanks, some old automotive stuff. The locksmiths that shut down had, like random bunches of keys and stuff like that. I think it was like 50 or 60 or maybe 100 key blanks. Can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Just a random mix of like old automotive stuff. So I did a deal with them and got it for like $40. So you get some pretty good bloody deals. I want Australia only. Let's see. No, that's not the key blank I'm after, and I get a much better deal on those key blanks. This one here, 50 key blanks, the YA1Es, so the Yale 1Es. Box of 50, they want $70. I get a better deal than that. Can you imagine how much I'd have to charge for one key with that price? Okay, I can tell just by looking at that photo there. That's not a CH751 key. That cuts. Oh no, it is. The image just looked a bit distorted. Okay, I can't read one of those comments. I know Amigo, but I don't know what the other thing. Geez, that's just. No, that's YA4. Box of 50 blanks there. $68.50. I get in the exact same key, and I get a better deal than that from my locksmith supplier. Doesn't look like they actually have any of these key blanks around at all. No, I won't buy keys off. No. So there's a few keys that I will not use. So I will not sell. Yeah, there's none in Australia at all on here. So I will not sell ultralight keys. I will not cut them for customers. I will not sell them to customers. So if I do like cut a house key, if I produce keys for locks and stuff like that, I will not use an ultralight. Yeah, I will not use an ultralight at all. I don't care. They're horrible keys. They break so bloody easily. They're just terrible quality. I mean, yeah, you get them in all different colours and people like that, but no. If I were to sell you a key, the key's going to last. I don't want a key that's, super thin and just snaps. So I won't use ultralights. And I won't buy cheap, nasty keys like a lot of the ones you get off AliExpress and stuff like that. Some of them are just terrible quality metal. I've had some actual metal ones, weren't even brass. I've had others that are the other keys that I don't order in because the wear on the cutters is way too much. Is the steel key blanks, so you can actually buy a steel key blank, not a brass. And I on my machines I have sparks flying off them, even with the lightest touch, and it just cuts through your cutting wheel so bloody fast. It's not funny. So I use high quality brass blanks, and all of our blanks here are not just plain brass; they're all the nickel coated brass. So it looks silver. The only times I actually use ultralights, like that one right here, is with my Lishu key clipper. So if I'm out in the field and I don't have access to one of my key machines and I need to quickly either cut a key to code, or quickly duplicate a key for like an entry and stuff like that, for a job, I'll use an ultralight for the Lishu key clipper because it's so much easier to cut through, and it doesn't destroy your clippers like a thick brass bloody key does. Small wave lock keys, I will use brass Lishu key clipper ones for it, but yeah, like a house key and stuff like that, I use an ultralight. Then I come back, or if I get my hands on the machine, I always got a machine in the back of my vehicle anyway with power, and I can also run that one without power. But I will duplicate it onto an actual key and then hand people, if they need that key, I'll hand them the real key. I'm not going to sell ultralights. And there was talk I heard in the live stream the other day, one of Lady Lock's lives actually, we were discussing about keys shortages and stuff like that, and they were saying something about lead in the brass, and stuff like that. I just got distracted by something on the screen then. And it's like, ultralights don't have it. I'm like, geez, could you imagine an ultralight trying to sell an ultralight bump key? Audio shouldn't be. I know my internet did just disconnect before and then reconnect again for some unknown bloody reason. I don't think my audio shouldn't be playing up. No, I've got full signal and then so yeah, can you imagine an ultralight bump key? That thing would be shit. I don't even think it would work at all. I might have to test that. Audio shouldn't have gone a bit dodgy. Let me just check. Shouldn't have. Bit strange. I'll be wrapping this live stream up in a minute anyway, because I've got to get some work done, make a couple of calls, and jump. Actually, organise something for dinner because I haven't eaten. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. Make a video on that. Well, an ultralight bump key. That thing would be shite. Absolute shite. And I've done a video on a bump key for tubular locks because when I got my tubular lock key cutter in, I wondered about that, and I actually cut a bump key, a tubular lock bump key, and it did work. Granted, it wasn't, like the best, and impressioning tool works so much faster. Exactly, yeah. Like, I was very particular about what keys I use for my bump keys and what ones I order in, and stuff like that. That's why I like my locksmith supplier because I know they're good quality bloody bump. They're good quality, high quality keys. And for those of you that have purchased my keys, you know what they're like. I'm very particular about putting out the best quality products that I can. Hence the Viking bands, each one takes me an hour and a half to make, and they're all made by hand. My Tinker bracelets are made by hand. The rosary beads that I am currently working on, the Berserker beads, my brother named them, made by hand. So, yeah. I'm going to have to try and find another supplier that will have these blanks, but it looks like there's none in Australia. Let me check while I'm on here. Let's go to Google. Let's bring up one of my suppliers that I use. And let's see if they actually have any of the blanks. They do, by the looks of it. They've got some in stock. They're at... It's more than what I pay at my other supplier, but it looks like that might work. I might have to order some in just to tide me over until my other supplier gets some in. While I'm here, do I actually have those other? Do I have those other keys that I need that quickly? Yeah, especially the other one. Yeah. Oh, they got some in stock. Says it's in stock. I would order some. Actually, I got some of them on back order from them as well. Well, I know they've got 2 blanks that I need to order in. So guess what I'm going to be doing tonight? Ordering in some stock. And off my other supplier as well. Because I need to get a few other key blanks in. So then I will have the dark access set available again. Providing they actually do have these ones in stock and their website's up to date. Because when I ordered them last time, I ordered, quite a few of the blanks, and then they told me they only had 10 left. So hopefully they got them in stock. Yes, Yes, then I have dark access certs back. So you'll be able to purchase one if you haven't already. And if you're here in Australia, if you're overseas, it doesn't work because I created it for the Australian market. So, we use different keys to the US. The US, elevator key for fire services, the I shouldn't remember this off the top of my head, the FEO K1 or something like that. It's a tubular lock. We don't use that here. We use a completely different key. We don't use a tubular lock. So, all right, I'm going to be jumping on there and ordering that. So let's keep that tab open for now. And stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this live stream up because it was just random while I was trying to get some work done. I might do a live tomorrow during the day while I'm out in the shop doing some work. I might do one Sunday. We'll see. And stuff like that. I want to get some more content done. I do have to do a video doing a shout out for one of my contacts that I have because she's freaking awesome. Massive thank you to her for the work she's put in the last couple of days for me. This is why you build good relationships with your suppliers and stuff like that, and you work with your suppliers because they are, they're bloody awesome. Especially when you put a lot of pressure on them at the last minute. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you haven't already, check out our last video that we uploaded, the one that Daryl made about this is why you should choose DALP. Just give a little bit of food for thought. If you've got any topics you would like us to cover, comment on our videos, send us an email, darkartslockpicking@gmail.com. Contact us through the website, dalp.com.au. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, on X. I'm now on Threads. So if you're on Threads, check it out. I haven't been on it all that long. I've only just joined. So it's a great one. Not as busy as Instagram, but it's picking up the popularity by the looks of it. Popularity, yeah. I can't speak right. Or you can send us, contact us on Discord. I'm on quite a few of the groups, as I said earlier. We do have a private Discord server. If you feel like doing it, we don't push it. We don't, it's up to you, but you can join the DALP members. We have 2 YouTube memberships available. The basic one, and then the next level up is access to our private Discord server where we discuss and go over stuff and share information on things that we don't put out on YouTube because of, our ethical guidelines that we follow and stuff like that. So we do share quite a bit of cool stuff up on the Discord server. Like the latest one that James just put up about, I'll read this one out to you quickly. Training attack squirrels. James Randolph is freaking awesome. So yeah, definitely worth some checking out. Food for thought. Say that 5 times really fast. But heaps of ways to contact me. Send us a text message if you're here in Australia. My phone number's up on the website, or it's 0448 766 00. That's how you contact DALP. But stay safe, have some fun, do some picking, do some hacking, but as always, and you all know it, remember to keep it bloody legal. And until next time, stay safe. Thanks for sticking around. Time for breakfast for you and some dinner for me. And I'll catch us tomorrow if I get a chance to do another live stream. But it'll be during the day, morning. We'll see.